I'm Debbie Pixton, a program director with the Consortium for Public Education. Today, I'm interviewing Malissa Seman, a professional in the healthcare industry, as part of our Career Journeys video series to share insights into professionals' pivotal experiences and career pathways. Thank you so much for joining us, Malissa.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me, Debbie. I'm excited to talk.
Great. Well, let's get started. Malissa, first, can you tell us what you do at Allegheny Health Network?
Yeah, absolutely. So I am a project manager in the Health Sciences Education Department at AHN. I think people are really familiar with Allegheny Health Network as a healthcare network, which is absolutely we are. And I think a lot of folks associate that with folks who are clinicians, so nurses, doctors, physician assistants, things like that. But to make this entire organization work, there have to be those folks on the front lines and then folks kind of behind the scenes. So that's the corporate entity of Allegheny Health Network, and that's the part that I reside in.
So Melissa, what do you love about being a project manager at AHN?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think project management is really tailored to my skill set. I like to be very organized. I like to be methodical and strategic in how I think and how I'm able to actually execute on projects. So that has been really rewarding to find a job that really fits in with my the things that I enjoy and that I hope that I'm good at, right? And then also working for Allegheny Health Network, it is so mission driven to really put our patients at the forefront, and even sitting in a corporate part and division of the actual mission work, you really feel enmeshed in being able to know that what it is that you're doing, even though it might be 10 steps from the actual patient, still helps positively support their experience and making sure that they're getting the best care. So being a part of an organization that I really associate and really relate to the mission and what it is that they stand for helps me to feel really motivated to want to work hard and give 100% every day.
Now, Melissa, what did you do before joining Allegheny Health Network?
Yeah, so I've been with Allegheny Health Network for about 2 years now, and I've had 2 professional jobs since college graduation. So when I was an undergraduate, I thought I wanted to be a lawyer. I was on track for that. I studied political science, urban studies, and global studies, thinking maybe I'd do something in international law. I was really fortunate because I had some really great internships during my undergraduate career. I worked for local government. I had another government internship, and then I also worked for a consulting firm. And in both of those internships, I came across a lot of folks who are attorneys and lawyers in different areas and got an opportunity to pick their brain really casually and find out a little bit more as far as what it actually means to be a lawyer. I think everybody has this preconceived notion of what it is as far as like being in a courtroom and arguing your points and things like that. And so being able to actually hear from folks who do that work every day, who have done it for years and actually know what that was, I realized that that really wasn't what I wanted to dedicate the rest of my life to doing. So I was very fortunate. I was a preschool teacher. For my senior year, actually, I helped out in the early childhood development center that I eventually was offered then a full-time position. And I stayed in that job for an extra 2 years. And I got to work with, 3, 4, and 5-year-olds, which was very, very fun and entertaining. And then from there, I actually moved to a nonprofit. I worked for Big Brothers Big Sisters and got to manage middle school students along with adult volunteers. So I did that for about 4.5 years. And now I have transitioned to Allegheny Health Network in the last 2 years.
So, Melissa, how did you know that being a project manager would be a good fit?
So in all honesty, I had no idea what a project manager was. I'd seen the title on LinkedIn and on job searches. When you're looking for a new job and you're scrolling through companies and you're seeing all these titles, I think that there are some titles that seem very self-explanatory and ones that are like, okay, these are just kind of two words and I know what both words mean, but I don't know what that actually means, right, in real life. And so when I heard about this job, I had not been exposed to what a project manager was. And so I asked around, and I talked to the person who introduced me to this position and introduced me to Allegheny Health Network, being a potential career change for me from what I was previously doing, and was actually able to talk to them about, I'm reading this job description. I don't really know what it actually means as far as what I'd be doing on the day-to-day. So I find that, it's really important, and it was really vital for me to have talked to somebody and actually hear it from their perspective versus just going off of a job description. Because had I done that, I probably wouldn't have felt that I was a good fit for that role or that I was qualified for that role. So being able to also transition to a job that I get to be a little bit more methodical and a little bit more strategic than I previously needed to be in my jobs prior to that, but still actually get to work in an educational capacity and with children and youth. My demographic of students now is a little bit older than I've previously worked with. I work with high school, college, and postgraduate students now. But it still is the same type of educational and career focus for them. And so being able to take the skill sets that I've gained from Big Brothers Big Sisters and being a preschool teacher in varying degrees, and being able to kind of level up that type of content and my own education has been really rewarding to know that there are other industries that still use that are outside of schools and nonprofits and things like that.
What's one piece of advice you would give someone interested in pursuing this kind of work?
Absolutely don't let a job description that's written out hold you back from inquiring about something, right? The worst thing that can happen is that the answer is no, or somebody gives you good advice saying, hey, I know that you're interested in this, but I know you and your skill sets, and maybe this won't be the right fit. And I think that all of that feedback is really, really helpful, even if it's not necessarily in a positive direction. You still learn a lot from it. So I would definitely say that project managers look a little bit different in every industry, at every company. Educational requirements vary. Some want specific project management certifications. Some use the term a little bit more loosely. So I think that my biggest advice is that if you see a project management title, reach out to somebody at that company who could shed a little bit more insight as far as what does that actually mean at that company or in that industry. So ask questions. And I think that if you're somebody who really likes being well organized and likes to really think through an entire process from inception to completion, and that's something that you find really rewarding, then project management is pretty much a good fit for you.
Thank you so much for sharing your experiences and thoughts with us this morning, Melissa. For more information or to learn about other careers in the Career Journey series, visit our website and check back soon for our next installment.